Dear Mrs. Chancellor, we are writing to offer you a Canadian perspective on the issue of genital cutting and children's rights, supported by unique Canadian contributions listed on page 2 of this letter. We know that you have heard very loud voices from those concerned about religious freedom in Germany after the Cologne court ruled that religious male circumcision causes bodily harm and violates children's rights. We write to you on behalf of those who have no voice, those whose freedom of choice is usurped. They are the children who depend on you for protection, yet can offer you no vote. We ask you and members of the Bundestag to examine more deeply the impact of the Cologne ruling on children's rights, and to resist calls to create legislation that would undermine the court's ruling. If, however, Germany chooses political expediency and rushes to codify into law for the first time in the history of the world that adults have a right to cut the genitals of a child for non-therapeutic reasons, it will harm children far beyond Muslim and Jewish boys in Germany. How? If citizens in other countries try to enforce laws to protect the rights of boys from genital cutting customs, religious groups in those countries will point to the German decision to end debate before it even begins. It will make it practically impossible for children's rights advocates in the Philippines who want to stop the custom of tule. Here in Canada, it will hamper our efforts to challenge unequal treatment of boys under our Charter of Rights and Freedoms. It will impede South Korean efforts to eradicate the American-influenced secular custom of circumcision in their society. And U.S. circumcision advocates will be emboldened to spread the practice globally, as they are already doing in Africa. We understand this is a complex issue that pits children's rights against parental rights and religious freedom. However, there is more at stake than religious freedom in Germany. This is about the basic and universal human rights of children around the world. We remind you that Germany has ratified the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, Article 24.3 of which states, all ratifying states must take effective and appropriate measures with a view to abolishing traditional practices prejudicial to the health of children. If Germany hastily passes legislation to protect circumcision at the expense of children's rights, it will forever haunt Germany's reputation for its failure to protect children. The issue will not go away simply by passing a law favoring parental rights over children's rights. In September, we will send representatives to the 12th International Symposium on Law, Genital Autonomy, and Children's Rights to explore deeper and broader dimensions of this issue. We encourage you as well to send representatives. Respectfully submitted by the co-founders, Kira Antonuk, Dr. Christopher Guest, Tim Hammond, and David Saving. References and links in this letter can be found in the description below.